everyone, my name is Chantel and welcome to another video. Today I have something a little bit different and low-key for you. So I have these story cubes by Gamewright Rory. Rory Story Cube? Maybe Rory made them, I don't know. Anyway, there is 9 cubes in every set. Pretty sure these are the general ones. These are the fantasy ones. So I was thinking, if I use a number randomizer, pick 1 dice out of this set, pick 1 dice out of this set, combine the 2 and create something. That would be fun. So let's try this. So let's start with this set. The sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm gonna generate a number with this random number generator. I'm gonna tap the generate button 3 times and see what number it comes up with. 1, 2, 3, 8, which means this one. Let's move on to the second set. 1, 2, 3, 7. I think I can do something with these two. They look very interesting. Let's roll them and see what we get. So this has a moon, a bee, magic wand, and an abacus, a bridge, and a book. This one has a creature of darkness, a flute, a knapsack, a cat, an old person, or I don't know, I think it's an old person, and a frog. A bee creature, a creature bee. We can go anywhere with this really, so let's give it a go. Some of you wonder how I get my ideas. An image like the bee and the beast dice trigger a combined image in my head. I don't think I'm great at sketching, and that is why I don't often do it and just get into the project. This time I decided to sketch it out just so you can see how I get to the final creation. And trying to combine the bee with the beast element, I came up with this bumblebeast. I am working with Super Sculpey, and first I need to condition the clay. Now that the clay is soft and pliable, I'm going to create his body and his head. I am attaching the head to the body with some Bacon Bond and then blending the sides in as well. Moving on to the eyes, with a medium ball stylus I create a small socket, and with a large ball stylus I create a large socket, and then pushing in a small and a larger eyeball. I rolled out a snake of clay that's about 1 centimeter thick, cut that in half, and creating long cones by rolling out one side of each part to create the horns. I place them on the head where I want them and blend in the sides. Then from some smaller snakes of clay, I'm creating embellishments for his horns to make them a little bit more interesting. I'm trying to stay as true to my original sketch as possible. And this is where it gets interesting. I'm trying to create the stripes with the clay, but in the end I decide to blend them out and add the fur all over his body, and that actually turns out pretty good because you can still see that transition of the snakes of clay that I added here. And it's about here that I decide, no, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna flatten everything out and see where this ends. And then I started adding the fur, and I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. Then moving on to the eyes, adding snakes of clay to make him look a little bit sad, to give him a little bit more expression. Then around his eyes I'm adding these lines. I don't know why I do this. I did that also with my sock creature, and I really like the look of that. It just creates a look that I really like. and then adding the fur to his face. Now it's time to save my progress and bake him according to package instructions. And this is what he looks like just after one bake. Now, because he is a bumble beast, I'm adding a stinger. This is not a tail, it's a stinger. And of course he needs his little yeti feet, or that's what they turn out to be. I'm adding 2 feet and then his little toes. With some Bake & Bond, I attach the feet to the body. And then, of course, I have to add fur to his little feet. From some black Sculpey, I create toenails, and I bake these so I can just push them into the soft clay. I dip the end of the toenail in some Bake & Bond and push them into the toes. Because he is a bumble beast, he needs wings. I drew out a wing design on some cardboard, cut that out, and now I can just trace around with my blade. Once I have the 2 bottom wings cut out, I shape them and cut in them just to give them a bit more of a battered and tattered look. I then attach the wings to the back with some Bake & Bond and push them in with a ball stylus. I cut the original wing design a little bit smaller, so it's like a teardrop shape, and cut out 2 more wings, which I then attach on top of the bottom wings. Here is just one more final look before I'm going to add some color. I am using a yellow, black and white acrylic paint. He is first getting a coat of yellow over his whole body, except for his horns, his eyes, and his toenails and wings. Oh, and his stinger. I am painting his eyes white. This requires about 3 or 4 coats. And then black for his pupils. Because I want to stick to this bumblebee kind of design, I'm painting his horns yellow and black. Oh, and in the meantime, I painted his stinger black as well. Let's give him some more dimension. I am dry brushing black acrylic paint all over his head and in a stripy pattern on his body. Now I've got a question for you. I have thought up his name, Bumblebeast, but I have not thought of a backstory for him. I would love to see your creative writing skills in the comments down below, so leave a comment with what his backstory might be. Where does he come from? Where does he live? Who does he interact with? Is he dangerous or not? I would love to read your stories. Then I'm adding a little bit more black around his eyes just to give that more of a Burton-esque kind of feel. And of course I cannot forget the shading on the yellow parts of the horns. For a final magical touch, I'm adding some dragonfly glaze by Folk Art to his wings. It is a color changing top coat in acrylic that gives a gloss finish and obviously adds a glitter. It is a red, violet, blue shift. And that is it for this little bumblebeast creation. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this little creature. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this prompt idea and if you would like to see me do more of these. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. Make sure to check out my socials and consider supporting me on Patreon. And if you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget you can click the subscribe button to become part of the Raven family. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!